Next up, Mehdi Boroumand from CMT out of Singapore. There you go.
Yep. Thank you very much. It's really a privilege to be here and represent the company which soon hopefully will be a rising star. Actually, this is a rebrand. The CMT is a rebrand, a new name. But the team behind, like 260 people behind, has been already in the industry for around 20 years already, but more focused on the Oriental countries and the East and Southeast. And now stepping to the international market, trying to globalize what they're doing and foster the technology of the digital twin. The living and the real-time part of it is really crucial as a definition of the digital twin as a replica of the conditions or operations or any assets you might think of. So CMT is the actually acronym of the CosmosTwin. We basically focus on the digital twin and normally around these cities, smart cities, which resonates a lot with the audience and also this event. So at CMT, what we do exactly is basically and simply is creating the digital twin. So it's technically a software company. We are actually developing and coding part. Most of the people are behind the scenes that do the coding part. So this is an open platform, and why we are different. We are good in the big data. We are good in the AI detectors we have implemented, and more importantly, we are 100% in-house developed in terms of the end part of the visualization and also the game engine. Normally, the normal practice is to end up in some kind of Unreal Engine or Unity or some other game engine, but we are trying to be more than that, more than to be a game engine. We try to be more specifically designed for what we are going to do across the city. So cities, when you have the digital twin, it's very easy to simulate the situation for disaster management. For actually, this example is showing the flood simulation, where when you have the historical data over time, when you have the digital twin of the city, you are recording the historical data, and it's easy to model the trend and then do some kind of predictive, how to simulate and how to avoid the disaster, to improve the actual safety, to mitigate the risk, and ultimately to improve the quality of life of the people. So that's why I'm just skimming through some of the use cases already done with this environment, and then you end up with the dashboard for the city stakeholders, for the urban planning, for other purposes, for all the stakeholders of the city, how to have the visibility over the assets. So the idea is simply how to stream the data, live data coming from the IoT sensors across the complex environment like a city, and then you analyze in a dashboard, and you not only the monitoring what's happening, but also implementing the AI, automating things, so you don't have to have the human intervention, and it will be running automatically 24/7. And then it's also connected to some alarm system or early warning system. So the result is, I try to highlight to our differentiators and why we are different and why we can stand out in the very noisy market and with the digital twin and stuff like that. So basically, we are very good in the massive data, the way we manage the huge amount of data. So we are talking about the terabytes and soon maybe petabytes of the data. When you include the reality mesh and the contextual information, you're dealing with, and then you end up with the challenge of limited bandwidth and when you want to crowdsource, for example. So it's really important. You have to be very smart in terms of the multi-resolution leveling and multi-level in the way that you like a pyramid, how you can be efficient and optimize the way you want to upload and the data. Normally in the game engine it takes very long time and not very good with the big data. We are like a couple of seconds uploading and actually visualizing the data. And in terms of how to leverage the AI technology, we are constantly developing our AI detectors. So it's not only a classification, it's also actually identifying different assets across the city automatically for in many purposes, for inspection, for having a visibility on the assets of the. This is how the dashboard looks like, and how a management of the city can see what's happening across such complex environment at scale. So scale is really a bottleneck where other system might beat down in terms of the huge amount of data. But you basically connect everything. So starting from the individuals, and this is what you're seeing is not Unreal Engine or Unity. This is in-house developed 100% by the team. Because of many reasons, we have developed our own to have the flexibility and also adaptability depending on the use case and the type of the client. So you basically can see, you have the visibility to where you have like CCTV in the parkings or you name it. So depending on the situation, all IT sensors already streaming the data live from the environment, and then you project it and mirror it to what we call it as a digital twin. So digital twin is basically an enlivened and evergreen creature. It's not a static data or you've done in a certain. This part is very crucial. You need to be very responsive and fast responsive for some kind of, for example, disaster management. You have to act very quickly in a matter of seconds. So you see, and the next value is actually the connectivity. So the magic and the miracle is coming from the connectivity. So it doesn't really matter that your IoT sensor must be a very simple element of the system or the way you're streaming, but the beauty is coming from the connectivity. So wherever it makes sense, you encompassing all aspects of the city as a complex environment, and then you pull those data and consume the data and transforming the data to the information and the information to the insights and also intelligence in the next level. And hopefully you can make your decisions based on those insights that you are creating out of those elements. And the way you are actually modeling will help you to simulate the situation. And it's like you are creating a time machine traveling through the time, through the historical data, and based on that, with the trends, you can predict the future for some kind of predictive maintenance or other purposes. So this is just a glimpse in the 5 minutes, and then I'll be more than happy to answer your question because I reckon that we are not able to take the questions in this session. If not, our booth, again, like the previous speaker, is just right behind you at CMT desk. We'll be more than happy to answer your questions, or you will be connected to the next slide with my QR code if you scan it, and then we will stay in touch and hopefully we can continue this exciting conversation with you, because I consider this as a game. I never consider it as a work to do. Thank you very much.
Quick question, anybody? Good? All right. These are fun. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
What's the problem you want to solve?
The problem solved. That's really the question. What's the catch? What's in it for me? Actually, technically, we do not limit ourselves to any specific niche. So we basically, well, depending on we will try to identify the pain points or challenges we might have, predict that, or depending on the requests we are receiving, we pretty much adaptive and also adjust the system if we don't have something. Because it's 100% developed in-house, we do not rely on other third-party software. So we have enough people, enough workforce, 260 people, remember, is sitting, waiting for, hungry for the such subjects to do the coding part and include it and add to the system.
Yeah, real quick. where do you get the detailed data?
The detailed data is normally from the client. Normally, for example, the beam model, I didn't go deep to the details, but normally we need to have the beam model of the city, the buildings, and break it down. And it's really, the intelligence is coming from the data. If you fly, for example, with a drone or aircraft and you do the reality mesh, it doesn't really provide you the information you need in terms of breaking down to the floors or rooms or whatever you need to break down. So the data, to answer your question, is that data is normally coming from the client. And if not, we have to outsource some of the BIM, scan to BIM, some of those data to provide the information we need, or from the open sources, public data. So we are literally collecting all resources from everywhere. And if something missing, we will ask the client and we will find out.
All right, cool. Thank you. All right, next up. Next up we have